What's up, good peeps? I just want to hit on Deion real quick, since everybody talking about it. I got a whole bunch of different views about it, so just hold tight. I'm gonna talk about my annoyance about him first, because when he came in with all that energy about what he was gonna do, I get it. He put a lot of spotlight on it and did everything he did. But he came in telling these boys, you don't have to go to these big schools. You can come here and you can get seen, you can do. And he was giving me the impression that he was really trying to do stuff for HBCUs, which he did. I'm not taking what he did away in those 2 years. But I just see, for me, it feel a little bit hypocritical and annoying, because it seemed like they was looking at him as a joke as a coach prior to this. But then he goes to a HBCU and in 2 years turns a bad program around and does good. And then as soon as somebody else say, oh, well, won't you come here to us, then he just jumped ship. And I don't know, he could have been having issues at Jack State he didn't want to deal with. And I understand that too. But me personally, if I was trying to change the HBCU status, man, I'd have been calling Miles, Tuskegee, Clark, Morehouse, Grambling, something like. It's so many HBCUs that if he was having issues at Jack State, he probably could have went and kept doing what he was doing. So yes, he annoyed the hell out of me. Not made me mad. It annoyed me. And I'll tell you why I said annoyed and not made me mad. I get coaches leave all the time. And I get he didn't go there and say, man, I'm going to stay in HBCUs until the day I retire. That's also true. So I'm not pissed that he went to Colorado as a coach because he felt that was better for him, or it could have just been the money. Hell, I know when he came into this, he said it wasn't about the money, but shit, he did do a song when he was in the league. Must be the money. And he showed that when he went up there. So, kudos for him. He trying to better his coaching status. I get it. So, no, I don't have an issue as far as being mad at him because he did that, because I think his ultimate goal is probably to be head coach at Florida State or something like that. That may be what he has in mind. So I'm not pissed about him going to Colorado about that. He just annoyed me because he did it. And I don't even think he did the full 4-year contract or whatever his contract was there. So it's just kind of like he gave us this energy. I'm an advocate of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and it would have been bad. How would we have looked at them today if they would have started all this stuff with civil rights struggle, and then J. Edgar Hoover would have been like, man, look, I can make you more money coming up here working with the FBI, taking these folks down. We wouldn't look at them the same, and I'm not comparing Deion to those brothers before somebody out there get stupid and I have to cut your ass out. But that's what I do, man. And he could have had some issues at Jack State that we just don't know about. It'll all come out pretty soon. So this is what I suggest. Let that man go on and do what he do, and support him if you want to support him. If you don't like him, then you don't like him. But I will say this, you keep that same energy with these HBCUs. Don't be going to your school bitching about paying $25 for a homecoming ticket and $10, $15 to park, because that could be your way of giving back. We live in times where everybody just can't give $100 or $1,000 or more like that as alumni. Like, I get that too. But still, you can still do your part when you go. Don't be trying to sneak into the goddamn games, the basketball games, to the Greek shows and stuff. Man, pay your part and help the school out. If you're going to be out here and be pissed at this man who you ain't never met for leaving the HBCU, but your ass went to school to one. And for example, I played with a lot of guys. I see a lot of guys I played with, they talk about Alabama and Auburn more than they do Miles College. They got more Alabama and Auburn gear that they wear weekly when these games come on than they do their own school that gave them a chance, gave them an education. And if your ass didn't graduate, that's on you. Don't go play ball and get a scholarship and don't graduate. That's your dumb ass fault. All right? But that's just my perspective on it, man. If you want the HBCUs to keep going, do your part. You talk about your HBCU the same way you talk about Alabama, Auburn, Florida State, USC, Ohio State, and all these other goddamn big schools. Before you get mad at him for leaving HBCU to go there, when you went to an HBCU and when you left, all you talk about is D1 schools now. These power schools. But, man, let me know what y'all think. Man, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, man. I got to get back to this leg workout, man. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.